Hello.
Hey, Jimmy, my man. How's it going?
My name is Jack.
Whatever. Hey, man. I'm looking for those numbers. You know what time it is. You've had a week to think about it. What you got for me?
Oh, I got something. But, like always, I'm sure you're not gonna do it, so what's the point?
Oh, you worry too much, man. Hey, every opinion matters. Jimmy, my man.
Jack.
Whatever. Trust me, I'm pretty sure you have a good idea for WrestleMania 32. Hey, 105, man. 105,000. We need it. What you got for us?
I mean, if you really think about it, it should be a piece of cake to sell out WrestleMania 32. It's really not that complicated. They're literally telling us what they will pay their money to see. We have all the right people. All we have to do is just set up the matches and we'll sell 105,000 easy.
That's what I'm talking about, Jimmy. You're on fire, man.
I mean, really, all we have to do is just go online, look at some dirt sheet site, some wrestling site, Twitter or YouTube, and we will have our perfect card for WrestleMania, because every other wrestling fan has given us the exact same card. So this is what I got pretty much from my research. For decades, fans have been clamoring to see The Undertaker versus Sting. We have both of them right now, and they can both still work. So I suggest we do retirement match, Undertaker versus Sting. I guarantee you that alone will sell out WrestleMania 32. And then another match is a Shield triple threat match. Fans have been wanting to see Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins since they came on the roster. And since we have Seth Rollins as world champion, why not use his reign to build into that match? He already has history with Dean Ambrose, and he has history with Roman Reigns. The match makes itself. But on top of that, we also need a great opponent for Brock Lesnar. And trust me, there is no other bigger opponent than Daniel Bryan. I mean, the plan was to do this match at SummerSlam in 2014. Bryan wants to fight Brock Lesnar, and I'm pretty sure Lesnar would like to fight Bryan. They both have a ground and pound technical MMA wrestling style that will draw that UFC fan, that technical wrestling fan, that hardcore fighting fan, and I'm pretty sure these two would have an excellent match. But then you got the United States Championship. Why not have Kevin Owens beat John Cena for that US Championship and then hold it for a very long dominant run? And then have him fight his best friend, Sami Zayn, who he never got to finish his feud with down in NXT. They have a history, they work well with each other, and they would have an excellent match at WrestleMania. And as for the women, why not do Sasha Banks versus Charlotte? But instead of having it for the Divas Championship, have it to reinstate the Women's Championship. Think about that. We finally have a roster of legit female wrestlers who can take the women's division to new heights. All we have to do is give them the right belt. The Divas Championship means nothing, but the Women's Championship has a lineage. And I think Charlotte or Sasha Banks can really hold that championship and make it mean something. And I think what we can do to make it feel special is have the Divas come out and sit around the ring in chairs and have Stephanie right next to the Women's Championship. And you know what? I also have a match for the Bella Twins, because I know we have to have them at WrestleMania. But if they're gonna be at WrestleMania, why not put them in a match that makes sense? I would love to see Nikki Bella and Brie versus Trish Stratus and Lita. Both Lita and Trish Stratus would happily come and work with the Bella Twins. Then for the rest of the card, man, check this out. Cody Rose versus Goldust. You can say Stardust versus Goldust or Cody Rose versus Goldust. This is a match that we never got to see, first off, finish after their Fastlane match, but it's a match that needs to happen and should happen at WrestleMania. And then for the Tag Team Championship, why not do a TLC WrestleMania tradition? Have the Usos versus the Lucha Dragons versus the New Day in a TLC three-way tag match. I mean, it's a great way to pay homage to the Dudleys and the Hardys and Edge and Christian. Speaking of the Dudleys, why not bring them in to fight the Wyatt family? Bubba and Devon have been begging to come back and wrestle the Wyatt family. Why not take advantage of that? Then for our celebrity match, we can do The Rock versus Triple H. But we have Ronda Rousey in the corner of The Rock, and Stephanie in the corner of Triple H. And if you really want to, we can do a tag team with The Rock and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I would prefer the tag team, but if Dana White is not going to let his precious prize fighter wrestle or fight in a wrestling ring, whatever. But I'm sure if Vince throws enough money at him, he'll change his mind. Next is a 6-man Intercontinental Championship match featuring John Cena, Rusev, Cesaro, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, and Neville. That match would be an excellent opener for WrestleMania. It's a change of pace for John Cena, and it's a great way to feature the rest of your talent. Oh, and check this match out. What a great way to introduce Finn Balor than to have him fight the 11-time world champion, Randy Orton. Finn Balor versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania would be an excellent WrestleMania match. And then for the pre-show, we can do the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and a Tag Team Championship tournament to find out who's gonna fight the Tag Team Champions. So there you go. What do you think of that?
Huh? Oh, no, man. It sounds great. So, check this out. These matches you're coming up with, let's talk about that Divas match, that women's title match with Nikki Bella and Paige.
No, I said Charlotte versus Sasha, and it's to reinstate the women's championship.
No, right. Charlotte and Sasha Banks. Look, man, check this out. No offense to them, but they don't have the drawing power of Nikki Bella. The Bella twins need to be on WrestleMania because of Total Divas. You know, people watch Total Divas, and to draw more people to watching wrestling, we had to get them to watch Nikki Bella.
Most of the Total Diva audience are fans that already watched the show. What's the point?
We're gonna have to scrap that Divas match, and we'll just have some random 8-woman Divas Championship match. They'll be in there, but, you know, we gotta have Nikki in there. Sorry about that, kid.
But that makes no sense. Why just do a random Divas match with no story and no purpose that fans will fall asleep on? All we're doing is just cramming Divas into one segment just cause we're lazy and we don't know what to do with them. We've been doing that for years.
Also, the Shield triple threat, we feel like it's too big for WrestleMania 32. Instead, we feel it's best to take Roman Reigns and have the ultimate WrestleMania match. We're talking the face of the company versus the new face of the company. Roman Reigns versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. How does that sound?
Honestly, it sounds like we're blowing our load on a future WrestleMania match. Reigns is nowhere close to being fully developed, and we're still trying to do damage control for what happened to him at WrestleMania 31. Let's take our time with him. Let's let him become really over with the audience. Let him be fully appreciated, and then we'll push him to that seed. Plus, you know the fans want to see a Shield triple threat, and if they don't get it, they will boo any other match, especially if that match includes John Cena as the world champion.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, man. Now check this out. Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar is kind of a mismatch. You know what I'm saying?
Mismatch? This motherfucker beat all 3 members of Evolution in one night. He has one clean victory over John Cena and multiple clean victories over Randy Orton. And you mean to tell me that he can't be the guy that lost to Eddie Guerrero, tapped out to Kurt Angle?
Yeah, nobody remembers that. I mean, for real. Look at Daniel Bryan. Look at Brock Lesnar. No one is honestly going to believe Bryan can beat Brock Lesnar. So instead, let's do years in the making. Since Daniel Bryan lost to Sheamus at WrestleMania 28, finally he gets his revenge. WrestleMania 32, Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. That's gonna sell.
Do you realize that fans have a bad history with Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan? I mean, Bryan already lost to him in 18 seconds. I think the last match fans want to see is Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan, at least at WrestleMania 32. I mean, this is no different than having John Cena versus Randy Orton for the World Championship again. We've done that match so many times, it makes fans vomit at the mention of it.
Well, we were gonna do John Cena versus Randy Orton.
Of course you were. What else is new?
So instead, we're gonna do Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton, the rematch.
But we already did that match. They fought last year at WrestleMania 31, and Extreme Rules. Why would they fight again?
I mean, come on, Jimmy. They had a match last year. 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, they have history, so there's less work for us. It's already there.
Again, that conflict was resolved last year. Why not use Randy Orton to help establish Finn Balor, who, you know, is a new star? What happened to making new stars in WWE?
Oh, who cares about building new stars? We already got them, baby.
We can't keep living off of the same people over and over again. There's more to the show than John Cena. Wait, if Bryan is gonna fight Sheamus, who the hell is Brock Lesnar gonna fight?
Oh, that's easy. Lesnar would fight Taker again.
Why?
I mean, come on. History 1-on-1, Jimmy. Remember? Taker lost to Lesnar at WrestleMania 30, so he wants revenge.
We would be insulting the fans' intelligence if we did it again at WrestleMania. And what was the point of bringing Sting in if he's not going to fight The Undertaker?
Nobody even knows who Sting is. We just brought him in for the DVD sales. So I'll tell you what, we'll take Bray Wyatt and we'll take Sting and then we'll put them in a match to at least have him on WrestleMania.
The Dudley Boys are begging. They are begging to come back and fight the Wyatt family.
Oh, I got it. Battle of the Giants. Kane versus Big Show. And to make it more spicy, we'll make it for the IC Championship.
No one wants to see those two old, slow, and bland big guys fight.
I mean, it's all about attracting that old school audience. The old school fans remember Kane and Big Show.
They were popular in the 90s. That was 20 years ago.
Exactly. They come from that attitude era that the fans like. So these old school fans will have a nostalgia match.
Also, if you're gonna have these old men fight for the mid-card titles, what's the point? What's the point of the US title?
See, here's the thing. We really don't have plans for the US Championship after John Cena drops it. So instead, we're gonna give it to The Miz because, you know, he does good PR work for us and he's on Tough Enough.
So, in other words, we're gonna do the cowardly, boring, bland, and completely worn out championship reign with The Miz. And if we do that, everything that John Cena just did with the US Championship goes to waste. All that time making it mean something. We're just gonna crap on it and have The Miz be a cowardly heel and make it into a championship that means nothing. Look, I really do think we should do Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. It would draw the indie fans. Besides, if they're not gonna be in that match, what match are they gonna be in?
We'll just put them in the Battle Royal. Andre, man, he's a legend.
I'm gonna be real with you. That Battle Royal hasn't meant anything since we screwed it up with Cesaro. So now it's just a worthless match at WrestleMania. What kind of business gets by ignoring their own customers?
Well, I hear you, man, but the business has changed.
Well, then we need to change it back to how it used to be. Wrestling used to be fun. It used to touch people's hearts. There was a time when the WWE was counterculture. We didn't give a damn about what people said. Our main focus was packing every single arena we went to and making sure every person in that audience felt like they got their money's worth. You know, we kept it simple. We focused on one demographic, not trying to appeal to all these other demographics and ultimately appealing to no one. And I know we call it sports entertainment, but wrestling is entertainment. It's an art form where men and women use their bodies to tell a story of triumph and defeat. It has villains, it has heroes, it has anti-heroes. It has a variety of personalities and characters that feel larger than life, but also feel organic. We can be more than what we are now, but we got to stop putting these limitations on ourselves. And I just know if we took a moment to study our past, to look back on the days when wrestling was awesome, we could rekindle what once was made us awesome and start a new golden era. An era that's better than the Attitude Era. An era with new faces, fresh characters, awesome matches, interesting storylines, groundbreaking feuds, and most importantly, an era where wrestling fans can feel like wrestling fans. A time where... Mike? Hello? Hey, Mike. Mike.